Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Breaking Bulletin, your premier source for critical global developments. What do you think about the resilience of Quebec's aluminum industry amidst looming trade tensions? Please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe with the notification bell activated so you never miss an update as we explore this intriguing story. Today, we are delving into an unexpected twist in the ongoing trade saga between Canada and the United States. Quebec aluminum towns are not feeling the sting of the 25% United States tariffs imposed by President Donald Trump. This development, reported by CBC News on March 14, 2025, highlights how the Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean region, a powerhouse of Canadian aluminum production, has so far weathered the economic turbulence sparked by Trump's aggressive tariff policies. Donald Trump, sworn in for his second term on January 20, 2025, reignited trade tensions with Canada shortly after taking office. On February 1st, he imposed a sweeping 25% tariff on virtually all Canadian goods entering the United States, including steel and aluminum, alongside a 10% duty on energy exports, according to a White House fact sheet cited by CBC News. This move, aimed at addressing perceived border security issues like illegal drugs and migration, hit Canada, a nation that sends 75% of its exports south. Valued at $582 billion in 2024, per Statistics Canada particularly hard. Quebec's Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean region, often dubbed the Aluminum Valley, is a critical player in this narrative. Home to major producers like Rio Tinto, the area accounts for roughly 60% of Canada's aluminum output, with 85% of its exports traditionally flowing to the United States, per a 2024 Natural Resources Canada report. When Trump's tariffs were announced, fears mounted that this region, heavily reliant on American markets, would face severe economic fallout. Yet, as CBC News detailed on March 14th, the anticipated sting has not materialized. Local leaders and industry experts attribute this resilience to a combination of strategic foresight, market diversification, and the unique dynamics of the aluminum trade. Quebec Premier François Legault, speaking in February, downplayed the tariff threat, suggesting the province could pivot to Europe and Asia if needed. Per a statement reported by Rebel News on February 11th, he argued that the risk lies more with Trump, given that Quebec supplies 60% of United States aluminum needs a leverage point that has kept the region buoyant. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, enacted in 2020 under Trump's first term, provides context. This trade pact, replacing NAFTA, eliminated tariffs on most Canadian aluminum exports to the United States, provided they met North American origin rules. However, Trump's February tariffs bypassed this agreement, citing national security under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1960, to a tactic he used in 2018 when imposing 25% steel and 10% aluminum duties per the Council on Foreign Relations. Canada retaliated swiftly this time. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau imposed 25% tariffs on $155 billion worth of United States goods on February 1st, targeting items like appliances and liquor, per CBC News. A temporary 30-day pause on Trump's tariffs followed on February 3rd, after Trudeau pledged $1.3 billion for border security, but this reprieve has not resolved the underlying tension. Despite this, Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean's aluminum towns Arvida, Jonquière, and Alma report stability. Rio Tinto's regional director, Sebastien Ross, told CBC News on March 14th that production continues unabated, with no immediate layoffs or output cuts. This defies initial forecasts from economists like those at the Fraser Institute, who warned in a March 3rd report that prolonged tariffs could slash Canada's GDP by 0.5%. Several factors explain this resilience. First, Quebec's aluminum industry benefits from a robust domestic supply chain. The province's hydroelectric power, among the cheapest and greenest globally at 6 cents per kilowatt-hour, per Hydro-Quebec's 2024 data, keeps production costs low, crucial when tariffs inflate export prices. Second, diversification efforts predate Trump's latest move. Since his 2018 tariffs, Quebec producers have expanded into European and Asian markets, with exports to the European Union rising 15% by 2023, per Statistics Canada. Legault's February prediction of finding a balance has proven prescient as shipments to Japan and Germany offset United States declines. Third, United States demand remains strong. The American automotive and aerospace sectors, reliant on Quebec's high-purity aluminum, have absorbed tariff costs rather than shifting suppliers, per a 2024 American Automotive Policy Council report noting 60% dependency. Posts found on X from March 14th via Looney Politics reflect local sentiment. Quebec aluminum towns aren't feeling the sting, suggesting confidence in this sustained demand. Trump's tariffs aim to pressure Canada on broader issues. The White House ties them to fentanyl trafficking and migrant flows, though a 2024 Royal Canadian Mounted Police report identifies China and Mexico as primary fentanyl sources, not Canada, a critique echoed by economist Paul Krugman in a New York Times piece likening this to past misdirections. Quebec's leverage is tangible. Ontario Premier Doug Ford's March 11 threat to surcharge electricity exports, powering over 1 million United States homes, forced Trump to retract a brief doubling of metal tariffs to 50%, per Reuters. Saguenay's aluminum similarly holds sway, with United States industries lobbying against prolonged duties, per Bloomberg on March 12. The region's economy reflects this stability. Saguenay's unemployment rate, at 4.2% in February 2025 per Statistics Canada, has not spiked, unlike predictions of job losses. Local businesses, from smelters to cafes, report steady activity, per CBC News interviews with residents like Jonquiere's Marie Tremblay, who noted, "We're still working. Global markets play a role." Aluminum prices hit $990 per metric ton on March 11th, per Reuters, amid tariff volatility benefiting Quebec exporters even with United States duties. Europe's demand, driven by green energy transitions, further cushions the blow, per a 2024 European Commission report. Canada's broader trade war persists. Trudeau's by Canadian push, per CBC News on March 5th, aims to bolster domestic resilience, while Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc rejects compromise, demanding full tariff removal. Quebec's aluminum towns, however, stand apart. Their hydroelectric edge producing aluminum with half the carbon footprint of coal-powered rivals, per Rio Tinto's 2020 for Sustainability report makes them attractive globally, tariffs or not. Historical precedent informs this. Trump's 2018 tariffs, lifted in 2019 after Canadian retaliation, saw Quebec adapt similarly, with exports rebounding within a year, per Natural Resources Canada. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreements Review, scheduled for 2026, looms as a potential resolution point. Though Trump's current stance suggests ongoing friction, critics question the tariff's efficacy. The Council on Foreign Relations notes United States consumers bear 80% of such costs, with aluminum-intensive industries like automotive facing price hikes potentially self-inflicted harm Trump overlooks. Quebec's resilience is not absolute. A prolonged trade war could strain smaller suppliers, per the Fraser Institute, though major players like Rio Tinto appear insulated for now. This is Breaking Bulletin, delivering detailed analysis. Quebec aluminum towns RNT feeling the sting of Trump's 25% United States tariffs as of March 14, 2025, defying expectations through diversification, leverage, and market strength. What are your thoughts on whether Quebec can sustain this resilience if the trade war drags on? Please share your perspective in the comments. I look forward to your views. If you found this report valuable, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe with the notification bell on for more in-depth coverage. Thank you for joining us. Stay informed, remain engaged, and I will see you in our next update.